Hey guys, Eli here from Do It Again Games. Today we are reviewing a game. Before we get into reviewing the game, I want to explain how my review system works. Everybody reviews games differently. The purpose of this is that I want more transparency for the reasons I'm giving the numbers I'm giving. People always go, 8 out of 10, but that could mean it doesn't really mean a lot because you don't really necessarily know why it is that people are giving those numbers. So, this is my list of things I'm reviewing and looking for to get in a particular game. Barrier to entry, for example, is how hard is it to get into the game? Is the game just purely free? Does it have weird graphical issues? Do you have to have a do you have to have a particular computer, or does it have a hardware problem? What is the barrier to entry to get into it? Is the launcher bad or something like that? Do you have to sign into a secondary account? Where other things like graphics is more obvious, where like money is complicated, and same thing with studio. Does is the company taking money from China? Are they supporting bad actors? It's my personal opinion. When you review a game, you can feel free to review it the way you would like. This is how I'm going to do it. Each item stands for 10 points, equaling a 100-point scale. So you might get your studio might get a 0 or a 1 because they do business with bad actors on the world stage, or the studio is horrible in some way. But the game is free and the microtransactions could be fair, and they might get an 8 on that, but then the story might be non-existent, but maybe it doesn't need a story. So it is what it is. I'm going to rate things how I feel they should be rated, but at least you'll know why and which ones and why I'm rating it the way that I am. Well, guys, let's get to the video. Thanks for watching. Hey guys, Eli here from Do It Again Games. Today we are reviewing Rumble Versus. So this is a new 40-player battle royale game, and let's get into it. So, first is the barrier to entry. The barrier to entry is a number 9. I give it a score of 9. The game is free. The install size is small. It is not graphically intensive. You should be able to play this on a lot of different machines. The Epic Game Store is okay, as far as like that's actually the worst part about it is using the Epic Game Store, because the Epic Game Store is still lacking a lot of features, but it's still okay. Next is sound. I gave the sound a 4. It's not that it's bad. It's more a 4 is kind of unremarkable to me. It it sounds fine. The wrestling sounds are wrestling sounds, but it doesn't really have a strong sense of self to me. The characters, because all the characters are kind of the same, I think, it just doesn't really have a strong sense of itself in the sound design. It just kind of sounds generic and Fortnite-y. The story, I gave the story a 2. It's not that it's bad, it's just that it's non-existent in a good way. Why these people are wrestling, what's the point of this? I can't really tell, and it's hard to care. These characters are kind of generic and uninteresting, so it's just boring. The graphics are a 5. They are unoffensive. The map is good. It's kind of fun how the circle is a different area of the generic city that's basically the same as far as I can tell. Through my time playing, I didn't like notice an area or anything like that that was like a particular space that was like, oh, I want to go to that big cool tower because there's going to be good items there or anything. In my like 5 or 6 hours playing this game, I didn't see anything quite like that. But the graphics are fine. They're Fortnite-y, they're generic. It's a shame that buildings don't break, especially given this is a wrestling game. It seems like us smashing apart buildings to get to each other all over the city would be kind of cool, but it seems like a missed opportunity. The UI. The UI is I played on keyboard and mouse. Maybe it is a lot better with controller. I did only play this game on PC, but I have a feeling the it will make more sense maybe on the controller. But you can see on the screen you have like 1, 2, 3, 4 for items, and then you have Q and E for special moves. It's not an intuitive system to me. I got more used to it, but maybe it's because I haven't played a lot of wrestling games in the last few years. I have played games like Nier Automata and stuff like that, which I found somehow more intuitive on keyboard and mouse than this game. Like I did not like the controls. I do not like the main menu interface. It's the same as Fortnite. It's just in your face and annoying to navigate at its best times. Now the gameplay I gave a 7. It's got good gameplay. The actual like one-on-one fights are a lot of fun. The wrestling is fun. The special moves are cool, big wild things. Like it can be a lot of fun. But where it really tips off for me is the getting third party just constantly can be annoying. And it's not really third party, just third, fourth, fifth partied, everybody like showing up the moment they hear a fight, hoping to get in there to get some kills. It is, it can be very annoying. Replayability. Replayability is good. Getting into matches is fast, like it's snappy. It doesn't fight you. It has the same like get back into match system as Fortnite, which is mostly intuitive. The part where if one of you goes back to the main menu, I think that problem still persists, but I could be wrong about that. But the replayability is good. It doesn't really have any problems. I give that a score of 7. The money is a 5. It's neither good nor bad. It is free, so you can only engage with those elements if you want, but it is constantly in your face when you start the game and when you go to the main menu. It's just like battle pass and all that's right in your face constantly. It's extremely annoying. I do not like that. The studio. I give the studio a 1. The studio Iron Galaxy Games, I think, which also makes Fortnite and has done a lot of good work on other games. I know they're a really big studio, so they do a lot of different stuff. But this game pulls so much from Fortnite, and the publisher, which is Epic Games, they take money from Tencent. They get a 1. Like you don't get to take money from Tencent and then get a good score. Nah, like that's the CCP is bad and Tencent is bad. Like I don't understand. I believe they own 40% of them. No, don't like it. The fun. In the end, the game is I give it an 8 for fun. It is a fun game. There's a lot of fun to be had. Wrestling games. I literally don't know anyone who actively plays wrestling games. I know so many people who play games, and I legit we all played them in the 90s on the PlayStation 1 and in the 2000s on the PlayStation 2. Like, but none of us play them now or anything like this. So to have a game like this is definitely a very different experience and can be a lot of fun if you take the time to really get into it. But in the end, I gave the game a score of 51. It's a fine game. It's unoffensive and perfectly playable, but it lacks a bit of personality to me, and it it's a ways away from being a really great game. And it's unfortunate that it's wrestling Fortnite in a lot of ways, and it could have been better, but unfortunately it is not. Well, guys, that's it. Let me know what you think of the game. If you think the game is excellent, if you hate my scoring system, tell me. I'm always looking for ways to improve it. So just tell me how you think I can improve it. As long as you guys understand the scoring system, you might understand that because of the way that I score things, a lower score it'd probably be impossible to get 100 on my scoring system. So let me know how you might be able to improve it, or what else I should talk about. Maybe the list needs to be 11 things. Maybe I need more items on my list and I missed something. Just tell me what you guys think, and I'll see you again next time. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you again. Be kind to one another.